Thanks for joining me. As always, I'd like to help get you started on this next discussion board. And this is for Module 5, and it's entitled Resources and Sustainability. So in this discussion board, we're going to focus in on environmental quality. Now, there are many issues related to environmental quality, from global issues to even local community level issues. And this discussion board gives us a great opportunity to learn from each other about those issues as we identify how they are related to environmental quality. So in the picture here, you're seeing one of the impacts of oceans becoming more acidic. The picture shows the shells of a pteropod from a lab experiment that's done by placing the shells in a progressively more acidic solution over time. So it's those changes in seawater pH or ocean acidification that are just one of the many examples of environmental quality that you might choose to focus on in this discussion board. So let's go ahead and get started and take a look at the assignment itself. Here you're asked to share an article, and you're going to find this using the CQ Researcher tool in the Shapiro Library that relates to environmental quality. For your initial post, you're going to provide an overview of the article, and you're going to describe that environmental quality issue and how it relates to issues of equity. So you'll also want to identify who is impacted by the issue and then who's responsible. As you draft your post, please remember to practice using key vocabulary terms that you've learned along the way. For example, can you add in terms such as resilience and carrying capacity? Those are terms that we learned in the readings for this module. You also want to start to focus in on including citations in your posts and papers. So here you could cite the article from CQ Researcher that you base your post on. And you want to remember that there is a link to the Shapiro Library citations material inside the classroom. I encourage you to use that. It's really useful. And of course, make sure that you're addressing all of the prompts in your post. Next, you'll be making 2 response posts. So here you want to select the original post that you're responding to very carefully based on the environmental quality issue that they're focused on. So here are a couple of things to consider as you draft your response posts. In your response posts, you want to focus on what stands out about the issue that made you select that post to respond to. Specifically, in what ways did the issue inform or change how you view environmental quality? And then explain the ways cultural diversity and equity are important in that environmental quality issue. Okay. Let's take a look again at this rubric. You're very familiar with it by now. We've been using it now. This is the 5th week. So let's take a look at each row specific to this assignment, the first row being comprehension. This is based on your post. And does your post describe the environmental quality issue to the reader in reader-friendly language? And does it use examples to demonstrate who's impacted and who might be responsible for a solution? Of course, timeliness. Your post is due before Thursday at midnight. Did you make your post on time? Engagement. In your response post, did you describe what stood out to you about the environmental quality issue related to cultural diversity, equity, and other aspects of environmental quality? And did you use examples in your post? And then writing, are your posts clear, concise, and easy to understand? Did you take time to draft them? And maybe did you include that citation? So thanks very much for joining me for this review of the Module 5 discussion board. I'm here to support you if you have any questions about the assignment. Please do reach out to me. Thanks very much.